other songs afterwards. That's going to be chutney music, filmy music, more upbeat music for the birthday girl. Now I'd like to take the pleasure of introducing our guest today, Pandit Sarva Diyal Bisundiyal. As some of us may know or may not know, he's a fourth generation Pandit, is the son of Pulmat Bisundiyal and the late Pandit Shastri Bisundiyal. Pandit Bisundiyal was born in Annandale, East Coast, Demerara, Guyana, to a highly respected family. His late Nana Sadhu Narayan Pritam and late great Nana Pandit Betru Sukul Maharaj. He was trained under the guidance of his father, late Pandit Shastri Bisundiyal, late Pandit Sama Prasad, and the late Professor H.S. Adish. Pandit Bisundiyal is involved in Hinduism widely as he has performed in several religious and musical engagements across the Caribbean, Canada, Europe, and the United States. He has accompanied Sri Hariom Sharan, Anuchalota, and many others musically. Pandit Bisundiyal brings great experience to both the spiritual and the musical world. A humble devotee indeed, he's currently studying the Ramcharitmanas to uplift Hindu Dharma wherever he goes. He brings bliss to everyone with his melodious voice and devotion. Without further ado, here's presenting Pandit Sarva Diyal Bisundiyal. Har Har Mahadev.
Prem se bolo Mahavir Swami ki, Prem se bolo Mahavir Swami ki, Prem se bolo Mahavir Swami ki. Matar Pita. It's indeed a heartening feeling to welcome each and every one of you. It shows the love that we have and we share. Sometimes you may not say, but we express. And in management, there's a saying, whatever you speak is 10%, your body language speaks 90%. The fact that you're here in your body and your heart and soul, you're here a total of 100%. So welcome to each and every one of you. Shall we all clasp our hands as we begin with prayers this evening? Fifth Sri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhi Om Hanuman Kalpa Vrikshomi Hanuman Mama Kama Dukh Chintamani Sto Hanuman Ko Vichar Hoto Bhayam Bando Pavan Kumar Kaliban Pavak Janagan Jasu Hirday Agar Vasahi Jasu Hirday Agar Vasahi Ramasar Chapudhar Atulita Baladamam Hema Shailabadeham Dhanujavam Krishnanam Jnaninagraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanamura Disham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajami Namami Vatajami प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की जय। भक्तजनों, विप्र मंडली, माता पिता भाई और बहनों, we start this evening in a beautiful tune. I'll ask everybody, you can clap. This is a lively moment, a happy moment. You can feel free to clap. I like people to clap continuously. You can sing and join in chorus. We have mics. We have Dantal, we have Majira. Play them. Enjoy yourself. Let's be part of this enjoyment. Ram se mila de, Ram se mila de, Ram se mila de, Ram se mila de. Sita 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 Ram se mila de. Ram se mila de, ho Ram se mila de. Ram se mila de, ho Ram se mila de. Sita 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 Ram se mila de. Sita 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 Ram se mila de. मंगल है जय मंगलहारी जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। मंगल है जय मंगलहारी जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। राम से मिला दे, हो राम से मिला दे। ये राम से मिला दे, हो राम से मिला दे। सीते 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 राम से मिला दे। सीते 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 राम से मिला दे। जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम। राम से मिला continuation of 2 weeks ago, we have a beautiful 3 nights Ramayan Yajna. And in that Yajna, we edify and we describe the power in the name of Sri Ram. Jai Sri Ram. Then we glorify the divine deity that he would have worshipped, Sri Ram himself. That he would have worshipped before he crossed to go to Lanka from Rameshwaram. And that was Durgama. Sri Ram worships Durgama. Then on Saturday night, from that continuation, a story of this great energetic soul of Hanuman Baba, the greatest disciple of Sri Ram, meeting with Vibhishan, flying in Lanka like a mosquito, and saw something of tulsi plants in front of a tree, of a house, a home, a palace. And he said somebody had to be here, living here, who worships Sri Ram, his Lord. Today, I want to remind you that we are the descendants of the Raghu dynasty. I was speaking with our drummer, Bhai Murat, this evening, who is accompanying us, that since the renaissance of Sri Ram of Ayodhya after 500 years plus, there has been an energy all over the world globally. Everybody performing and do tapasya to Sri Ram, which is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. The Trinity of the divinity that of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. And in such a nature, when that is being done, for us to have this kind of energy, there has to be something positive in the elements of this cosmos for this to happen. After all, whatever this body reproduces is because of what the cosmos produces. Tonight, or this evening rather, this afternoon, we're about to look at a story continuation after Hanuman ji met Vibhishan. A couple pages afterwards, we look this evening very briefly of the burning of Lanka. Very seldom we hear this kind of story. I'm here to share and narrate to each and every one of you. But before I go into that, we must at least do two lines of Ramayan Sumiran to give oblation to Ganapati Baba. Shall we do Ramayan Sumiran, please? Gananayaka Karivara Bhadana Karivara Bhadana
Gananayak Karibar Karbadana. Gananayak is another name of Ganapati Baba. Ganesh Ji is there for protection. Every footstep that we make, every mile that we drive, every mile we fly. We ask that Ganapati protect us in every trial and tribulation that may happen in our life. When we enter into our home, He should be there somewhere placed on the right hand side of that entry. So these are little things we learn in Sanatana Dharma, how to use the tools that we have. And thus we go straight into Ramayan. The burning of Lanka. A backdrop of this story, Meghnad, who is the son of Ravana, shot a dart arrow of Brahma at Hanumanji. And after he shot this arrow, Hanumanji went in search initially in Lanka for Sitama. Hanumanji realized this arrow came with the power of Brahma. And he said, how can he be disrespectful to Brahma? Forget about Meghnad. He respected the arrow. And he went unconscious. Knowingly. Went unconscious. So Meghnad realized that Hanumanji is in his possession. Meghnad has control. He tied Hanumanji and took him to the palace of Ravana. When Ravana saw Hanumanji, this monkey, he laughed. Visualize a demon laugh. And Chaupai leads me into this great story of how Hanuman would have changed his style, his approach and everything. Shall we sing together? Ram, open the bass a little bit. Ram for the drummer. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 When Ravana saw Hanumanji, he laughed. This is narration. वानर तुम कौन हो? रावण ने प्रश्न किया, आप किसकी ताकत पर भरोसा कर रहे हैं? क्या तुमने मेरे बारे में कभी नहीं सुना? तुम मूर्ख हो, मैं देख रहा हूं कि तुम एक असाधारण साहसी दुष्ट हो. Ravan now speaking to Hanumanji, who are you, monkey? Very in this kind of egoic language and tone. Who are you, monkey? Ravan questioned. Whose might, and I underline this word might, whose power or might are you relying on? Did you never hear of me? Ravan is now asking Hanumanji, you never hear about me, Ravan? You fool! I see you are an exceptionally gold rich. Or the word rich, so to speak. So first question in this chaupai, Ravana asks, who are you, monkey? And the second question is, whose might or whose power are you relying on? Hanuman Chalisa helps me to understand and find an answer. And the answer in Hanuman Chalisa answer both questions. Ramaduta Atulita Balarama Anjani Putra Pavana Suthanama. Matar Pita, when we delve and we dig and we delve deeper, we will find the source and the strength within us and the courage to overcome anybody who speak at you in an ill tone, in a disrespectful tone, despite whether you are in their domain. Ramaduta Tulita Balarama, he is the champion of Sri Ram and the repository of immeasurable strength. Ramaduta Tulita Balarama, Anjali Putra Pavana Sutanama. Chaupai continues as we go. Bolo Ram Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram जाके बल विरंची हरि ऐसा पालत सृजाता हरत दस सीसा बोलो राम 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 ब्यूटीफुल बोलो राम 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 Hanuman ji replies to Ravan now, सुनो रावण, उस याद करो जिसकी शक्ति से माया प्रकृति ने आना जिनक ब्रह्मन को बनाया है. Said Hanuman ji, listen Ravan, remember him, capital H-I-M, him, by whose might Maya or nature fashions numberless universes, by whose might Brahma creates, Hari preserves, and Aisha transforms. In this case, in this explanation, Brahma, as we know who is Brahma, is the creator. Hari, we know who is the preserver. But there is a word here that uses Aisa. Hari Aisa. Aisa Palak. Aisha is the name of Shiva in this form. In my research. Because Shiva is the one who transforms in the Trinity of divinity. So what Brahma does? He creates. What does Vishnu does? He sustains. And Shiva transforms. Some people may say that he destroys. Shiva never destroys. He transforms all the negative vices and the energy into a different level, wherever you want. And if there is imperfection or things that are unpurified, he purifies it. This is the process of transformation. Here Hanumanji is replying to Ravan. Let's continue quickly as we move into the next chaupai. Hanumanji continues to give a katha, a long story. I'm just praising here this afternoon in the interest of time. He continues, and Ravan is getting agitated as Hanuman would not stop speaking, because this is the moment of his testimony in court, so to speak, in the palace of Ravan. He said, "10 सिरों वाली बात सुनो, मैं तुम्हें शापत देकर कहता हूं कि जो श्री राम का विरोध करता है उसकी रक्षा करने वाले कोई नहीं है." Listen, O ten-headed Hanuman Ravan. He now calling him by his 10 heads. Whatever all his power that he has in his 10 heads, he's addressing him directly. He said, "I tell you here today under oath, Ravan, that there is none to protect you who is opposed to Sri Ram. Shankar, Vishnu, and Brahma in their thousands are unable to save you if you are Ram's enemy." Why did Hanuman tell him about Shankar and Vishnu and Brahma? Because Hanumanji knows that Ravan is one of the greatest devotees of Shiva. And every single day he will do tapasya to Shiva. And he will do tapasya to Shiva. There are some Shivites in his temple. And he will do tapasya to Shiva. And they know that he is a Shivite. And he worships Shiva every single day. And this is why Hanumanji addresses Ravana to tell him that even Shiva cannot help you in this case here today, because you have been disrespectful to Sri Ram. When we speak about the glory of Shiva, what do we do? Bholenath se nirala. I dedicate this song to all of you, more so to my mom and dad from Takariba, Kuchiwan and Auntie Zul. They love Shiva. Bholenath se nirala, Bholenath se nirala, koi aur nahi. Bholenath se nirala, Bholenath se nirala, koi aur nahi. Aisa bigal banane wala, aisa bigal banane wala, koi aur nahi. Bholenath se nirala, Bholenath se nirala, koi aur nahi. And just now, Murat is playing a drum. Unka dhamalo dham dham bole, agam nigam ka bhed khole. Unka dhamalo dham dham bole, agam nigam ka bhed khole. Aisi bhakto ke rakhwala, koi aur nahi. Bholenath se nirala, Bholenath se nirala, koi aur nahi. Oh, Bholenath se nirala, Bholenath se nirala, koi aur nahi. Oh, Bholenath se nirala, Bholenath se nirala, koi aur nahi. In this beautiful song, the central idea to keep you in this momentum, Bhagwan Shiva is Paramatma. This is why Ravan worships him. Ravan was not a bad guy. He made one big blunder. People used to worship him. He was the king of all his trading from Arabia to all his Saudi Arabia, going across the coast into Sri Lanka. He was born the most popular king in the world. The most powerful and the absolute, this is Shiva. He is Paramatma. He is such one who rectifies every wrong. And if you do something wrong, karma bestows his blessing upon you. Try to do good. This is the story. Ravan did everything good to pray to him but one wrong thing. But he didn't support it. He rules, Bhagavan Shiva rules the world with his cosmic vibration. He is the savior of all the devotees. He is the savior of all the devotees. I ask each and every one of you with this token, rethink your position if you don't have a lingam in your home. This is why in an environment like this, we empower you to propel to the next level to overcome all your challenges that you have. And if you want to overcome your challenges, I do not know what part of your home you have challenge, whether it's a mental problem, physical problems, or health problem otherwise. But Shiva is the ultimate. He cures, he preserves, he transforms. Have a lingam, offer your Shiva Dar. And if you need consultation advice, please get back with your guru or your pandit. And if you don't have one, feel free to make a phone call. I will guide you accordingly. And here it says, when Ravan heard that Hanuman said to him, he said, "O wretch, you have death over your head, and you are trying to advise me, Ravan? You must be under some mental delusion. I will mutilate you," in inverted commas. Ravan now referring back to Hanumanji. He said, "Anga banga kari pathaye bandara." Doha speaks to us now. Kapi ke mamata puja para, sabhi kahun samujhaye, sabhi kahun samujhaye. Tera mori pat banne dipune, paap kate bulagayi se aaj Ramchandra ke jai sharanam prabhu. Kapithang mamata puja para, here sabhi kahum samujhayi. A monkey is deeply attached to his tail. So after Ravan became agitated and get upset, after Hanuman started to talk with him, having a conversation, lecturing to him that he should desist from this and release Sitama and so forth, in this long conversation, he get upset and he says, he comes to his commanders, a monkey is deeply attached to his tail. He's telling his commanders, this is a secret. He says, sweat or swati his tail with rags and soak it with oil, and then set it on fire. So what he did, he told his commander, wrap up the monkey tail with cloth, with rags, soak it with oil. And as they were soaking it with oil, not a rag nor a drop of oil was left in the city. Because every time they keep wrapping, he started extending the tail longer and longer and longer and longer, so the tail would never stop. Hanuman calendar. So they keep wrapping the tail with a cloth and soak it with oil, so he will never stop. So you get an extra oil, maybe 10 or 100 times the length of the original length. They kicked and they jeered Hanumanji. Then they said, hear the story now, listen to this line. They, the commanders, set the tail on fire. Hanuman didn't set his own tail on fire. his tail on fire. इसे पावक जरता देखी हनुमंता वायु परम लघु रूप तरंता. When Hanuman sees this fire starting a blaze on his tail, he didn't get burned. He's changed his form immediately because he's gonna fight fire with fire. In Guyana we say bamboo fire. But however, he says he assumed this form in a divinity form. And he made himself so small that all his rags over here now start raveling out because he started floating and floating whole body and slipped from the bonds of the commanders of Ravana. To bring this to a closure, I want to say tonight, a lady in New York, my mother-in-law, addressed an quorum at Bhavani temple at some point, and she stopped the Pandit right there when the Pandit said, Hanuman von Lanka. It is known knowledge that everybody feels like Hanuman von Lanka. I want you to read between the lines, above the line, below the line, and on the line. Doha speaks. Let's come to the drum. So bring this to a closure tonight. Bhagavan Vishnu now, in this invocation, what we call the energy levels of the celestials, at this moment, while this fire starts to catch a fire and Hanumanji pull himself out from his mighty form and pull himself out from this fire, he went from building to building. He started jumping from building to building in an effort to possibly, could he be doing that to out the fire from his tail? Could he be doing it to burn the building? I do not know, I was not here. But these are possible questions that we would ask. But what happens? Hanumanji, while this fire started to generate power, what flames fire? Wind. And who is the wind god? Hanumanji. Here's the story now. 49 versions of the wind impelled by Bhagavan Vishnu, which is called Hari, began to blow. So all direction this wind started to go, like how we have tornado, we have thunderstorm, we have hurricane, and this fire is uncontrollable right now. And all these buildings start to burn except that of Vibhishan. Power of the Lord. Hanumanji roared with loud sound of laugh. When all these buildings started to catch a fire, he swelled his size to touch the sky. He grew so big to touch the sky, everybody started to bust a scatter. He sprang from palace to palace, the whole city became ablaze, and his long tail moving from one side to another, waggling, so to speak. Note The 49 winds is the science of the Vedas. Is defined, atomic, and everything is made by Panchabhuta. Panchabhuta is that of the 5 elements that keep us alive today. I'll ask you one of the 5 elements. Anybody knows what is the 5 elements that give you? No, one that gives you wind. It goes with wind as a parable. Air. So air is converted into oxygen. This is why we survive. It's called Panchabhuta. So when a baby is born, long story short, this is what happens. These 5 elements come into his body. And when there is final breath, these very same 5 elements goes back into the atmosphere through the medium of absorption. I'm just sharing this to let you understand this is more scientific because this becomes the atom of every molecule in this atmosphere where there was no control from Ravan, there was no control from the commanders. Even Hanumanji allowed it to, he didn't even think about controlling because Hari took charge and Hari is that of Lord Vishnu. So 49 forms of this wind. And when this happens, what happens? बोले अपने पवन पुत्र हनुमान चिरिंगे छाते बोले अपने पवन पुत्र हनुमान हे बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान Tonight, joining us at Ramayan is no other than our own brother Kota from Hollywood, Star Movies, and our brother Raj and Harmonian Uncle Prem, and all of you beautiful musicians, singers, devotees of Sri Ram. Bhakti herself here every time she comes and she joins and support. I ask all of you, thank you for coming as we continue the next part of our program. This is what happens now. Hanumanji, he opens his heart as he expands himself, and the Lord is here within his heart to show. Vanar se dekh ke Ravan ki sena ghbrai. Vanar se dekh ke Ravan ki sena ghbrai. Palak jhapak mein Hanuman बोले प्रभु के साथ में जाकर बोले प्रभु के साथ में जाकर रावण का अभिमान बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान मेरे मन में बसेरा 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 मेरे तन में बसेरा मेरे मन में बसेरा मेरे तन में बसेरा Rem Saramabri Swami ki Rem Saramabri Swami ki Rem Saramabri Swami ki. And this is the power, devotees. This is the power of mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, or children. We have guests here from Lehigh, from St. Lucie, Palm Beach, Saraswati Mandir, Shiva Mandir up in Lehigh, Shakti Mandir here, Shiva Mandir itself here, right in Oakland. Krishna Mandir right here in Fort Lauderdale too, we have guests here. This is the power of bringing people together. It doesn't matter whether it's 1, 10, 15. Our goal is I would like you to get on this program. Let's invite everybody and bring people together. Bring the Pandits together. Bring our devotees together. Because there is unity, there is strength. And when we speak, and Hanumanji speak to us and open his heart and show you that there is love and power in his devotion, in his Lord and Sri Ram, what are we to do? Should we not follow? We don't have a choice. And the power of Hanumanji shares with us as we bring this to a closure to this evening. Sri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nijamana Mukhuda Sudhar Varno Raghuvar Vimala Jasu Jodayaka Padachar Buddhi Natan Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Devu Mahi Arugale Shavikar Aise Hamre Ram Bhakt Hitakari 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 Jai Hanuman Jani Gun Sagar Jai Kapis De Lokavara Ram Duta Akal Jabal Rama Anjali Putra Pavan Sutara Mahavira Vikram Badarange Kumati Devana Surat Ke Sangi Kanchana Varana Viraj Sumena Kanana Kunadala Kuchetra Hamre Ram Bhakt Hitakari Aise Hamre Ram Aap Vajra Varma Kavirage Kani Brunjane Osat Shankar Sura Kesare Nandan Teja Pratap Mahajagavan Vidyavan Puniyat Satat Nam Raj Karive Ko Aat Prabhu Charitra Suni Me Ko Rasila Ram Lakhan Sita Basera Aise Hamre Ram Bhakt Hitakari 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 Shukshma Rup Dhar Siya Dikava Vikat Rup Dhar Lantagara Bhima Rup Dhar Yasra Sagare Ramachandra Ke Gaaj Sawar Lai Sajeevan Lakhan Kiya Hai Sri Raghuvira Kan Shiv Lagaye Raghupati Ke Ne Bahut Bharai Tum Priya Bharat Hi Samabhai Aise Hamre Ram Bhakt Hitakari 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 Sahaspadam tu manoj sagave asgai sripati kanta laga sangadik brahmani muni sanarad sarad saitai yam ved dikapad jate kabhi ved kai kai kahate tumo pokar sugriv hi kena ram milai rag par dena aise hamre ram bhakt hitakari aise hamre ram bhakt hitakari aise hamre ram bhakt hitakari Tumano mantra vibhishan namana Langeshwar bhai sab jagana Yuga sasyo jag parvano le adi madhur palana Prabhu mudra kape mukamaye Jagade lang gaye asar jamaye Durga mata satya kat ke jete Suramana aise hamre ram bhakt hitakari aise hamre ram bhakt hitakari aise hamre ram
हो तोर आपन तेजस मारो आप दीन लोक अंके गावे गुण पेशा चलने कदर हे आवे सुनावे ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी नासय रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत भी संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन प्रभ वचन ज्ञान जोला प्रभ मन नाम जपत मेरा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी 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 चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्धि जगत विजया साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुला संकट दिन मनिन के दाता असबर दीन जान के माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंतकाल रघुवर पुर जाए जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए और देवता चितनादन हनुमत से सर्व सुख करते संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी 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 जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस ते लोक उजागर जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो तुम देव की नाई जो सत बार पास कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महान करे जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा हो सिद्धि नानी डोरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा कीर्तनाथ हृदय महादेवा ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी 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 जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय बजरंगी जय हनुमान 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 राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो असिया भज रामचंद्र की जय शरणं प्रभु उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय शरणं प्रभु प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की प्रेम से बोलो महावीर स्वामी की प्रेम से बोलो महावीर
want to thank our relatives,